Peace, dope self family. How we living? How we feeling? How we doing? So we're just going to do. It's gonna be probably more or less than 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh, a deck just knocked itself down. Hold on. My knee knocked it down. Somebody could be knee knocked. I'm gonna have to turn this off. Someone could be what is it, knock kneed? Like walk with their legs like inward. This is the sacred geometry activations oracle. I'm gonna close it all the way. There we go. Oh, I don't need this on the table now. Like I got decks everywhere, y'all. Like sheesh. Sheesh. Okay. Alright, bet. Let's go. Whoa. Hermit in the reverse. Something out in the open. Something is being made public. Realization. Maybe you're meant to be in the public, like you're meant to be in the public eye. Let's see what messages this oracle has for the collective. Spirit, give us accurate messages. Ooh, that Palo Santo was strong. We have 23 dynamic. Hold up, let's just the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. I feel like you're in the space of like in between old and new timelines, old and new paradigms. That's why there are new things coming in, or not completely new and not completely old. It's kind of like you're in this timeline in between. We talked about that a little in that reading I did yesterday. Standing on business or standing on bullshit. Um, yeah, you could be definitely standing in the middle of like two different realities for yourself. So we'll do three. Emergence. You go from the 22 to the 23 to the 25, which is two steps. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So this is I just heard about time. Like it's almost about that time. Like it's about that time. It's yeah, you're gaining authority of your life. You're starting to like before if you felt like you were not in control, you will start to like be able to like gain or establish like dominance or like gain some type of authority, as time comes. Um, the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. This is kind of giving me emperor energy, taking control of your life, um, realizing that no one else has control over your life but you. So if you were feeling like you were not in control, at that point the control was in God's hands. But then once God kind of like takes you out of situation or guides you in which the way, then it's like, okay, well, you go how you need to go. Like, let's get one more. Definitely to show grace for yourself, with yourself. 44. Universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. When I tell y'all this is speaking to me like no other, I couldn't even really like explain to y'all how this relates so deeply, but it really does, because in moments of weakness, God literally shows us our strengths. In the times that we feel like we're the weakest, that means we're the most vulnerable, which means we're the most exposed to God at that time. And God just wants to see us shed layers. God wants to see us in our most vulnerable state, not when we're just doing good, but also when we're doing bad. God wants to know like we're always going to lean on Him. And dude, coherence 13. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. You're definitely on the same page with God at this time. Like, dang, even if you feel like you weren't, there's a need to tap into some. Oh, this fell right in the middle. There's a need to tap into some third eye energy. Yeah, and I don't care what it is trying to prevent you or block you or stop you from getting to this point. The cards already came out on the table. You're gonna get to this point if you're not there already. So don't even. It's here. It's happening. Like, no one could have stopped this transaction, this opportunity, this the position of where you were in life. Nothing was going to stop you from getting there. Everything literally had to happen for a reason. The delays, the breakup, the losing of the home, the job loss, the car loss, whatever it is, the repossession, whatever it was. Like, God was only repossessing things out of your life so God could reposition you into a new situation, into something better. And it takes a lot sometimes for you to really like understand that. Like, for us as imperfect humans, like sometimes it takes me a hard time to understand that. Like, as much as we say like, oh yeah, boom, God got me, I know that, sometimes it takes a little more. Like, some on some days you might just need a little more, reassurance. And I feel like you're actually not even actually, it's like you were always going to get to this point, but it was just going to take time. And then now God can literally see you like in all your glory, because you're like the most exposed, the most vulnerable. But this is also where you put a lot of your faith in God, you know what I'm saying, in the Most High. Yeah, something that you're not going to get from like romantic love, from your friends, from your family. Like, this is literally like you're on this like soul journey with God. I'm surprised we haven't gotten this we didn't get the Soul's Journey deck. But yeah, it's not at our like everything that you were in control of was you used it to its disposal, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Not to say that people, situations, and environments are disposable, but I feel like if anything had dropped out your life, or whatever, it was meant to do that. It was meant to be disposed of at the time, because sometimes disposed doesn't just mean like trash. I'm getting like disposed. Um, I'm also getting like recycled. So something may have needed to be renewed, restored, refreshed. Keep in mind, we are in Mercury retrograde, so this is literally the time of renovation, recreation, like resolving. You know what I'm saying? Rendering, resurrendering. Okay, period. Look, you saw what we did here. Okay. Ooh, let's see if we have any messages from the tarot. What's the tarot talking about? What's the tarot talking about? Yeah, you're definitely good. You're on your way. Yeah, something is clearing up. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of You, baby, yeah. Yeah, you. I'm proud of you. Yeah, somebody could be telling you this. God is proud of you. Your spirit guides are proud of you. Your ancestors are proud of you. The people before you are proud of you. 10-10. Because you've overcome like a cycle. Like there could have been a lot of times where you were impatient, you were frustrated, you had planted seeds and you didn't know where they were gonna go. You wasn't seeing like them in action. You weren't seeing them being reaped. Okay? You just had to wait for God to water it. You planted it, you put it in the ground, you did what you needed to do. It's like you kinda like did your part. Now you're just waiting for it's not really you waiting for God. I feel like you're just doing your part, and then when God is ready to give you what you need, you get it. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like a waiting game. Like you're literally never waiting. I just feel like you do your part, and God's gonna show up and do the rest. But also, if you see God is putting something on the line for you or putting something out for you, you have to actually take your hand to receive it. You know? Ooh, confirmation. That was a big confirmation. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely awake now. You're opening your eyes. You're out of this like meditative state. I feel like you're awake. It's almost like y'all know that post and it's like, oh God, Satan thought you were sleeping because your head was down, but then you just got up, you had just finished like praying, and then that like devastates Satan because all the lower vibrational energies thought you were like gonna give up, and it's like, no, bro, like I got strength, I got bravery, I got courage. Like I will never back down with God on my side and my angels on my like as my army. Like who did you think this? Who did they think you were? Who did you think I was? Like yo, time and time again, God is always gonna show you and give you the confirmation that your life is on track, is getting better, things happen for a reason. Like we say these things like and people that might think they're like cliche or whatever, but like they ring true because they reign true over your life. Like you're literally a person of divinity. Like you have this divine law within your life that instills like confidence and faith in your belief of how it's your life is going to go because you already know. You might not know every single thing, but you know like bet cool, like even in times of distress, stress, worry, whatever, God is going to literally carry me through this storm. That's all it was. It was just a little storm. It was just a little storm. It may have felt like a freaking tsunami, but God's going to carry you through the storm. Okay, God is, will, was, have, always. Hasn't God gotten you through the storm? And that's when you felt out of control because in a storm you don't really have any control. Like you're going every which way. You're damn near trying to make sure that you stay alive. You know what I'm saying? You could have been in this very like flight or fight instinct, um, survival. Like you could have been in a very survival mode, and you were like in the middle of the storm. Like you were literally in the eye of a storm. Okay, you know I just in the heart of an angel. Remember that little sad puppy, like animal commercials that used to come on? You may have felt like that, very vulnerable, very afraid, very scared, very lonely because maybe a storm had just came and like wrecked your whole home, or something came and ripped your stability right from under your feet, and um you were left without wondering where your next meal was going to come from. How am I going to pay my rent? I got kids. How can I support my family? This and that, this and that. And I don't know. I just feel like God supports you. Like you might have not had the funds, the resources, like the things that you may have wanted, and that was like the most frustrating part about the journey. But I feel like God's just like let me like fall into my hands, fall, and I think it was, you know how they have like rags to riches story, and they have like I can't think of the what is this? Oh, wow. I'm okay. I'm like, what is that? Okay, cool. Yeah, like, oh wow. I don't know. I just heard that, like, oh wow, like the Fool, the Star, the King of Pentacles. Like, oh wow. You might have to start small. Okay, you might have to penny pinch, save your money, budget, make changes. You can't go out. Like, you're gonna have to do something that really just, you're gonna have to lock in, twin. That's really what I'm getting. You have to lock the fuck in, okay? Because you know, I'm picking up like this never. But also, there's balance and stability, right? So, not being too lenient on going out and not being too lenient on like not going out, not spending your money. Still enjoy life, but you know what I'm saying? Budget. Be resourceful. You know what I'm saying? Work with what you got. Save a little here and there. Whenever you get a little money, put it to the side. Okay. Some out an LLC. I just picked up that's from LLC by Money Man. He said when you make a little money, put some to the side. Like, you ain't gotta spend all the money that you make. Okay. Enjoy life without the money sometimes. Those are sometimes the best experiences. Some of y'all don't feel good when y'all don't have money. Some of y'all don't feel good when you don't have money. Well, sometimes God literally has to strip us. Yeah, damn, yeah. Sometimes God has to strip you to say, what were you with the money? You were everything with the money, but you're also everything without the money. There could have been like some thoughtlessness, recklessness when it came to who you were or like how you envisioned yourself. But I feel like an empress like paced herself. Is She's steady. She's responsible. She's wise. Like, that's how she became the empress. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are masculine energy or feminine energy, we have both. So this is um putting any pettiness to the side, immaturities, acting unwise, acting irresponsible. Like, you're kind of putting like your childish ways to, like, on standby, or like something is at bay. You know what I'm saying? Something may be lying dormant at this time. Yeah, don't forget to have fun, but there is work that needs to be done as well. Queen of Cups. This is what's at bay. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Something at bay. Maybe we just said something could be dormant. Whatever is dormant is the Queen of Cups and the Emperor in the reverse. Six of Cups. Just chill and settle down. Like, hmm. I'm unclear at the moment of what this is. Mmm. Maybe in the eye of the storm, you realize something about your emotions, or about your something like some type of creative state that you were going in, how you love, how you communicate, how you express yourself. You're letting go of some like old ways about yourself. I want to sit in this energy, but I just don't feel like I'm supposed to right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you have been stuck in some type of energy, I feel like you're not going to, one, be stuck there for long. I'm you're not going to be stuck there for long with the death card. I feel like something's emergence. Yeah, because you have this movement energy. You realize that, right? Dynamic, that's movement, that's things steadily happening. You had emergence, that's things arising, resurfacing, like going to the next level. And then universal energy, that's abound, that's abundance, that's bountifulness. So maybe in the midst of the storm, you didn't have a lot to give, you didn't have a lot to, because you were in survival mode. All you could do was have for yourself, to yourself. And that's understandable, you know. Some Okay. Um, I might have to close that window. Um, that scared the shit out of me. Maybe something comes and like shakes you up, gets your attention. Maybe when you're in survival mode, you are not thinking about anyone about yourself. So coming out of this survival mode, you're now able to see like the range of your emotions, and be more emotionally intelligent, knowing that you can't take out or project your emotions onto anyone else, right? It's kind of like that energy of I'm not happy, nobody can be happy. But you're not a person that does that. You're checking yourself before you wreck anybody else's day, you know? I just heard pills and potions. We're overdosing. Some. I still love you. Yeah, like. I can't even think of the words. That's okay, because I think in that song, Nikki was kind of like deeply hurt by people that betrayed her, or portrayed her to be something that she wasn't. And I think you don't. I think it's about acceptance of however people look at you, or however you look at yourself. It's like, okay, I might be fucked up right now. I might be in a down bad situation right now. I might feel like a reject. Okay, it is what it is. And I feel like you just got to kind of keep moving through that energy in order for you. People might call you this, people might call you that, and it's like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, and like being very nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people don't say what they want about you anyway. You might as well just do whatever you want. Because it's like they're not, they might try to like objectify you, but at the same time they want to stay close to you and like reap the benefits off of you. You know what I'm saying? But they can't, though. They can't even get in your they can't even get in close proximity with you. It doesn't. Like, you're speaking up for yourself, expressing yourself, advocating for yourself. This Four of Swords is you figured something out. 23, 20 freaking 3. 23, 27. 23 is significant. Something could have started at the age of 23. Yeah. Page of Wands. Stay curious. You need to get curious about yourself. You need to get curious about this next stage of life. A lot of people could be curious about you, but I don't know. I feel like you're breaking free from, in this situation, you're breaking free from stingy people. You're breaking free from people who don't want to share. You're breaking free from people who have been in that survival state. Okay, because once you kind of realize, like, you know what, this is not really a healthy way to live. I don't want to be stingy with my energy just because I feel like I don't have enough. When you have that belief that God is going to restore everything that you've lost, because you didn't really lose it, it was meant to be for the, like, for the greater good of all. You realize that you don't have to you don't have to be on guard as much as you really think you need to be. Does that make sense? You feeling wounded on the outside is you feeling wounded. Doesn't mean you really are wounded. You know that, right? It's like, um You could be a little dramatic. You could just be a little dramatic. Not to say that your feelings aren't valid, but look, you talking about, ooh, I'm hurt. Ooh, like in the moment that shit hurts, yes, but then you realize, oh shit, it's actually really not that bad. I'm done with y'all. It's really not that bad. Like if I could, man. Okay, almost done. The sun, the nine of. Mm, I don't feel like that's you. I feel like that's people who you can't see, who are like lying dormant in your energy. I feel like you're like living your life like, and honestly, I don't even want to have that card like that. It didn't even feel right. You're definitely the sun with the nine of cups, feeling good about yourself, feeling happy, feeling good about your circumstances, no matter what circumstance you are in. I feel like you're not in this, because I feel like, you know what, the Queen of Cups complains a lot, complains, nags, and it's like, bro, like that gets draining. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you were drained. Maybe you were like exhausted. Maybe you were like just doing stuff just because. And it's like, slow down. Like, let God like literally lead you at this time. Like, sometimes you just gotta sit and process. Sometimes you just gotta sit. When you literally, y'all, like, if humans really knew how much they moved on a daily basis, you would realize that rest feels so fucking foreign. Rest feels so foreign to the average human because we're so used to just doing, and not enough being. And that's why you're feeling frustrated and disconnected in all these situations, because you're literally haven't tapped back into your higher self because you're tired. Your soul is tired, and you're not really recognizing that your soul is tired. I could see why people have vices. I could see why people get into mischievous energies, because it's what the world thrives off. You got to realize, like, that's what the Matrix thrives off of: chaos and dysfunction and disorderly conduct and shit. That's not the way this is not the way God intended for things to go down. Okay, but you're definitely remaining strong. You're remaining hopeful, courageous. I feel like no matter what life throws at you or brings to you, it's like you easily tame something. You don't control, but I feel like you're taming yourself. You're calming down. Okay. Yeah, you don't see everything. You don't know everything what's gonna happen. What else? What is this Queen of thinking? Yeah, you're definitely um and if anything comes at you sideways, you're definitely guarding yourself towards it. Five of Cups. What is this High Priestess energy? I feel like no matter what you do or where you go, God is literally protecting you from like people's projections. Three of Cups. Wherever you go, it's not working. They're gonna try to come in, knock on your door, come in, knock on your door. We've been waiting for you. You're gonna be entering rooms that people have been waiting for you in. Okay, because they weren't, whoever, whatever, it doesn't matter. When it's trying to stop you, look, it didn't break you. It may Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like, people could talk about you, people could say what they want about you. You still that fill in the blank. Okay, the world, and that's why it's a wrap. Something is over because you were facing people who were afraid to face themselves. You were in front of people who were unable to explore the deepest parts of themselves. Yeah, family members, co-workers, your support system. Like, I want to be down with you no matter the time. Like, you'll have people who are going to be there for you when you need them to, and the people who are still there when you come when you come up out your shit, when you start to emerge, okay, they will be there. And if they not there, they didn't understand that, damn, sometimes people just need a fucking break. Shit. We're humans. Do you realize the spiritual attack that goes on in everyone's life? Do you know that people are literally just going through shit? And when you kind of just take that into consideration instead of being selfish, you be like, damn, I get that. I understand. It makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, y'all, I love this. That's why God said, give yourself ease and grace and joy, because some people are just not like that. People are not like you. People are not like you. People don't think like you. People don't act like you. But you also have to be okay with that too, because that's just the way it is. And I feel like that would save you a lot of heartbreak and disappointment by just letting things be, rather than having like an expectation or having feeling like you have to control the narrative. Just let God handle things and it's all gonna work out. And that was actually what I wrote in my journal today. Like literally before I started this reading, let it all work out. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Through the eye of the storm, you might not see a way out, but God, when there's a will, there's a way, and when there's God, there's always a way out. Okay? I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one.